Hello and welcome to another video with me, Joe from J.H.Leather. Today we'll be learning about cutting points. For this tutorial you will need a set square, scratch awl, head knife, ruler and a leather sample. Okay, so the two different points we'll be learning how to cut today are the egg point and the bridle point, and we'll just go through how to do each of them separately. Okay, so the first one we'll be learning is the bridle point. First of all, you want to square your ends to make sure you have a nice square end at the end. You will also want to measure back how far your point needs to go to. Now I'm using a 1/2 inch strap here, and I sort of personally like just over 3/4 of an inch. Obviously on different straps you'll need different lengths sort of from the end. Once you've got the sort of distance you want, just mark a little bit on either side of the leather. Okay, so once you've done that, you will then need to mark from on the end how far in you want your sort of point to go. So again, as this is a 1/2 inch strap, I'm only going in 1/16 on either side. Once you've marked them, draw a line between them. Okay, so once you've drawn your lines, you should get something that looks a little bit like this, and you're then going to use your head knife and cut along these lines. Okay, so you can move the leather around just to make it easier for yourself to sort of do the cutting, and then once you've cut those little bits off, you just want to nick the ends of the corners just so they're not all pointy or anything. Okay, so this is where this bit of the tutorial will finish. If you were going to go on from here, you would then edge, stain and crease and continue sort of making as normal. Okay, so we're now going to do the egg point. This one is a bit harder to do and it does take a bit of practice to get used to, but once you've got it, once you've got your knife skills up, they will be a lot easier to do. Right, so with the egg points, the easiest way to sort of get going on them is to mark the centre point on both the flesh and the grain side of the leather. This just gives you something to aim for when you are sort of on the cutting bit. You then want to mark on both sides again how far back you want your point to go. So again, this is a 1/2 inch strap, so I've just gone back 3/8. Mark both sides of the leather with just a little line on each bit, flip it over and do the same on the other side. Okay, so once you've marked it out, it should just look a little bit like this bit. So you just got like your 3 little points marked on both sides. Now, again, when you're learning, it is quite hard to get the hang of this. So the easiest way is to use a small coin and just use that to draw the shape you want for your egg point. Again, draw it on both sides, both the flesh and the grain side, and it just gives you something to aim for when you're cutting sort of with your knife. Okay, so once you've done that, you should have something that looks a little bit like this one we have in the picture. As you can see, you've got your little eggs sort of all marked out there, ready for you to do your cutting. And remember, you've got to do it on both sides because you will cut from both sides of the leather. Okay, so get your head knife and you want to start from the flesh side and cut the first sort of corner, as you will, of your egg point. So you can move the knife around, move the leather around the knife, whichever's easiest for you. And just cut round, following your lines, that corner. Then flip it over and you want to do the same on the grain side. Now, like I said, this does take a little bit of getting used to, so if you don't get it right, just try again and you will get the hang of it. You just have to trust me on that one. Alright, so this is where we're going to end this tutorial. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please click the thumbs up button and subscribe for more videos and tutorials. Thank you.